Last question today is from Vinny. Vinny says, does public speaking make you nervous? Yeah, it kind of does, actually. I mean, it's funny because on the show, we estimate our daily audience to be about 250,000 people roughly in a day across our different platforms. And we just sit here and we chat, and it's really no big deal whatsoever. It does not make me nervous at all. I will sometimes speak to a college class of 35 or 40 people, and that makes me definitely palpably nervous. And I guess, the real difference is not number of people. It's the number of people that it's the idea that they're in the room with you. That I think is the difference.
For some reason, there's something different about it.
Yeah.
I can't explain it either. It's just when their eyes are locked on you,
right,
there's something happening.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you might have to ask a neurologist what's happening. You might have to ask someone who is studying the supernatural what is happening there.
Right.
Something is different.
And over time, I definitely get way less nervous speaking to college classes, in part, especially when I was 24 and I spoke to college classes, or 25, these were essentially my peers, right? So there's a sort of very different dynamic. Now that I'm 32, I'm stunned every time I see 18-year-olds, college freshmen, and I'm like, is that what I looked like when I was a freshman in college? They really do look very, very young. So it starts to become a sort of different dynamic where you say, would you be nervous if you spoke to 6-year-olds? No, I wouldn't be nervous speaking to 6-year-olds. Not that an 18-year-old is a 6-year-old, but there starts to be a sort of generational gap, which I think makes it less of a dynamic where you would feel nervous type of thing.
Well, as someone who does almost no public speaking, I can't really comment on that.
Right.
But I will say that I definitely, when I have multiple eyes on me, I will feel, I guess you could say, nervous. I guess it is nervousness.
All right. The follow-up might be, do I have any techniques to be less nervous? Not really. I mean, once it starts, I'm basically fine. I just tell myself I've done this many times before, and as soon as it gets going, it's going to be fine. I am going to be moderating a panel with some progressive media people in May in New York City, and I'll have details about this because it is going to be open to the public. Maybe some of our viewers will join us. And supposedly it's going to be 300 to 500 people. I anticipate being somewhat nervous before that. I gave a speech at a school once to the full faculty and student body. It was like 700 people total. That was probably the most nervous I've been before a speech. And interestingly, it was a total 360 auditorium where there were people behind me up on the second floor mezzanine. And something about the setup, it was really stressing me out.
Well, I think if you are part of a panel,
yeah,
it's probably easier because
I'm moderating them.
You're moderating? Okay. Well, you're moderating. So still, the focus isn't completely on you,
No.
right? But if the focus is completely on you, no one else is looking at anyone else,
right?
No one else is listening to anyone else talk, then that probably amplifies the effect.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, send me your thoughts on this. Send me your techniques and the whole visualizing the crowd naked. I've never really understood that as a way to not be nervous. It hasn't really made sense to me. We have a fantastic bonus show today. You know it'll be great. Sign up at davidpakman.com/membership. It's going to be terrific.